Hello there, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, possibly to some people watching. Today, we have the Walt Disney Studios Showcase at Destination D23. It's an hour and 15-minute long panel. I put out a poll yesterday on my community page asking if you guys wanted me to do a stream for this, even though there likely won't be much, if any, Marvel news from here, and every person that voted said yes, so I'm doing a live stream for it. The live stream, or the panel, happens in an hour, so as I put in the chat, feel free to stick around and chat with us while we wait. But if you also want to go, I don't know, do something for an hour and then come back right before panel starts, there will be a countdown in the top right of the screen, counting down until the panel starts, so you can continue to check in periodically to see how much time you have until the panel starts. The panel is not live streamed, so I will be trying out again the Threads way of having the live updates. Still testing that out. Still trying to work around to see what can get us to as good of a setup as we used to have with TweetDeck, since TweetDeck does not exist. Well, it exists, but it only exists in paid versions, and there's no way in hell I'm paying for that. So we're going to do some tests here. I'll still continue to try out some things. There is a Marvel television and Marvel animation panel at New York Comic Con on Saturday, October 11th. I think that's the Saturday, October 11th, which I will 100% be doing a stream for. And I'll hopefully have it figured out the best way to do these streams by then. Maybe I'll try Blue Sky if Threads doesn't work for this one. But yeah, we have about an hour. And one more thing I want to say before I get to live chat and start talking to you guys, and I'll say this multiple times throughout the stream, is this is a primarily, well, this is, I think, exclusively a film-related panel. So I'm pretty sure this is only going to be regarding movies, and I think theatrical movies, although I could be wrong, and they could also talk about streaming or decom stuff. But since it is theatrical, and since it's movies, seems to be movies only, don't expect anything TV related, especially from Marvel, seeing as in October, in about a month and a half, there is a Marvel television and Marvel animation panel at New York Comic Con, which will be exclusively about Marvel television. And also, since we only have one Marvel movie coming out in the next year, or Marvel Studios movie, I should say, since Spider-Man Brand New Day technically is a Sony movie at the end of the day, don't expect much, if any, Marvel news here. I'm expecting at most, so this still probably isn't going to happen, but at most, I'm expecting new casting for Avengers Doomsday, like Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland, Brie Larson, people we already know, Ryan Reynolds, people we already know are probably in it, but hasn't been 100% confirmed. Or or the announcement of the final Phase 6 movie. I believe there is still a Phase 6 Marvel movie slated for February 2027. Although I could be wrong about that as well. But I believe there's still one scheduled for around February 2027, which we don't know what it is. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there. Like I said, I'll probably be saying that throughout the stream. Keep your expectations absolutely low, the lowest it possibly can be. I'm only doing this stream because you guys wanted me to. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get to the chat here. What's going on, iHeartWell buyers? Ice Cube has them. Thank you all for tuning in here. I appreciate it. I just want Marvel Zombies trailer. That won't be today. If anything, at the very latest, no. San Diego Comic or New York Comic Con is after Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies is soon, right? I will be doing streams talking about those episodes. I'm really excited for Marvel Zombies. Yeah, Marvel Zombies is September 24th. Yeah, we should be getting that soon. The trailer for that. I don't think it'll be today, like I said, because I'm 99.9% sure this is films only. But I would love to be surprised, but I don't think it'll be today. But I'm waiting for that trailer anxiously. Did I tell you I do it in an hour, so I can't actually be there for the panel? That's all right, man. You probably won't miss much from Marvel. So don't worry about it. I want Descendants 5. I don't know if that'll be here. I genuinely don't know. I'm not familiar with what is usually announced at these panels. I don't know if they talk about DComs here or if they just talk about the more theatrical side of their film slate. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I want Descendants 5 and Frozen 3 stuff. Frozen 3 has a decent chance of having something. I don't think there'll be like a trailer or anything, but maybe some casting stuff. Yeah, this is kind of uncharted territory. I don't know what to expect from this panel. It's an hour and 15 minutes, and I mean, they have Walt Disney stuff, the Walt Disney side of things, Pixar, maybe some Lucasfilm, right? Like maybe we get a trailer, or people in attendance get a trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't know if the public will get a trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, but maybe they'll get something for Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't think we'll get much more Star Wars stuff outside of that. And yeah, like I said, the Marvel stuff, I don't expect really anything. The big things that I'm expecting here is something for Avatar, right? As that's coming out in the next couple months. Tron Ares, that comes out in the next couple months, and some animation stuff. I think Hoppers might be that's the next Pixar one, right? So I'm not expecting anything too huge. What do you think a Fantastic Four sequel should be? Oh, I honestly don't know what it should be. We have no clue what the universe is going to look like post Secret Wars, and we're not going to get a Fantastic Four sequel until after Secret Wars. So I have no clue. I can't even begin to talk about what I think the Fantastic Four sequel should be. Yeah, I know it's kind of a lack of an answer, but it's the best answer I think I can give right now. Do you think Ben 10 would work better in Marvel or DC? Part of me says DC, but they're also both owned by Warner Brothers, so maybe that's why. I think Ben 10 works better in DC, though. I can't explain why, but that's my gut instinct. Really care for Marvel, so it's okay. Fair enough. Do you think General Zod should be in the DCU? Should's a hard word. Should is a hard word. I mean, General Zod has been done a handful of times now, but also we haven't seen General Zod in this DC universe in these circumstances, so it would naturally be a different take. I'm not going to say the word should, but I also wouldn't be opposed to him showing up. I think there are interesting ways that they go about having him in the DCU and have it be unique. So I don't know about should, but I would not be opposed to it. What are your thoughts on the Marvel Rivals original characters thing? Okay. So when that first happened, when they first came out and said, like, yeah, we got approval from Marvel to put original characters in Marvel Rivals, I was upset. Well, not upset that they got approval, more upset that their response was something like we'll see or something like that, or stay tuned, I think is what it said. Stay tuned. I don't think there should be original characters in Marvel Rivals. I really don't. For a couple of reasons. One is because there are just so many Marvel characters to do already that taking a spot on an original character makes no sense, especially right now. And it won't happen for a minimum a year, because Guang, my goat, has said that they have the next year planned out, and they just got approval, I think, for original characters, so it won't be for at least the next year. But even after that, that's only 12 new characters, right? Only, quote-unquote, but still, only 12 new characters in a Marvel universe that has way more than 12 characters that people want to see in the game. So there's that. I just think there's literally no reason to. Absolutely no reason to. Especially when Luna Snow is practically their original character. I know she originated in a different game and then is now a character in the comics, but she's practically their own original character at this point. So So just keep making Luna their quote unquote original character. But the other thing is, and similar to Luna Snow has been the best, or one of the best characters in the game since launch, and continues to get buffed rather than nerfed. And original characters would be exactly the same. They would need to make original characters so overpowered to get people to ever play them in this game. In a game like Overwatch, where it's all original characters, that's not necessarily how it would have to be. But in a game like Marvel Rivals, where half of the draw to the game is to play as your favorite Marvel characters, there's no reason for me to ever switch off, to not play Captain America or Daredevil or Cyclops once they get added, and then play their original character. Unless that original character is by far the best character in the game, and if I don't play the character, then I'm losing, right? So I think those are the two big issues with it. So I'm not a fan of it. I don't think they should. However, there aren't any original characters yet, so it's not something to get overly upset about until it actually happens. Luis Feliciano, welcome back. Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, will they reveal the rest of the cast for Avengers Doomsday? That is my guess if they do anything Marvel related. Literally, the more, like, they'll address Marvel here, of course, but literally, like, all it could be is just saying, yeah, Avengers Doomsday, filming right now, going well. Like, that's literally all it could be. Maybe they show, like, concept art or two to people in attendance. So that means we wouldn't even see it. We would just get the description of it. I'm literally not expecting anything from Marvel here at all. Wait, so will you show the footage of the things happening, or will you just talk about what's happening right now? So unfortunately, there is no live stream for this panel. So it'll be what I usually do for these type of events. I have a page up on Threads with accounts I think are going to be posting live updates from the panel. I'm still trying to figure out a good way to do these live updates since I can't use TweetDeck anymore. That was perfect and flawless and worked really well. Now that TweetDeck is paid and I'm not paying for TweetDeck, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go about it. So I'm trying Threads one more time because I think I found a couple accounts that are posting live updates. If Threads doesn't work, then we'll do what I did last time, and I'll just pull up one singular Twitter page and just keep refreshing it. It's a little annoying, but it's what I have to do. And then for the next big panel, which is the Marvel Television, Marvel Animation panel at New York Comic Con, I'll try Blue Sky if Threads isn't working good today. What do you think the X-Men lineup for the first movie should be? Again, with the term should, I'm not going to say should necessarily, but I will use the term should for, I think there are, not counting Professor X, I think there are 3 characters that should be on that team. Cyclops, Jean, and Storm. Those are the 3 characters I think should be on the team. Now, there's other characters I want on the team. Like, my ideal team is probably Cyclops, Jean, Storm, Gambit, Rogue, Beast, Nightcrawler. I think that's probably my ideal team. And then, more if you want more, but I don't want to, like, overpack it, right? Overstuff it. But I think at bare minimum, you gotta have Cyclops as the leader, you gotta have Jean, and you gotta have Storm. Outside of that, I think do whatever they want to do for the story, whoever works best for the story. But those 3, I think, have to be there. What is the panel today? If it is, I know for a fact people won't care and just record and then release it because they do the same every year. Yeah, no, they will do that. The panel is today. However, there usually aren't any streams for that. Those videos are usually posted afterwards, and even so, even if there were anything going on today like that, I wouldn't show it, like, any bootleg streams, if you will, happening. I wouldn't show it on stream because that would run the risk of my channel being taken down. So it's not worth the risk. Supernova, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, do you think that we will get maybe a teaser or anything bigger related to Doomsday? Nothing bigger than that, for sure. Maybe the people in attendance will get some sort of clip or teaser or something, like unfinished, obviously, because they're still filming. Us, the public, definitely, I don't think we'll get a teaser because they're not done filming yet. I think the absolute earliest that we get a teaser for Doomsday to the public is 1 year before, which is, December 17th? Even then, though, me and the stream and I were debating, I think, a couple streams ago about when we think the Doomsday trailer is going to release. And as we went back and forth talking, I think I'm leaning towards the first Doomsday trailer being released with Comic-Con next year. So I don't think we get a trailer for Doomsday until July. But I think the absolute earliest is a year before to the public. Maybe people in attendance will get something. I think regarding Marvel, the absolute most we get, if anything, is just more cast confirmations for Doomsday and maybe the confirmation of what the last Phase 6 movie is that we don't know about, that I think still has a release date for early 2027, although I could be wrong. Maybe that was taken down. Rachel Bass, welcome, nice to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. Says, I want a sneak peek of Avengers Doomsday. I want it as well. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll get one here, but I would love to be wrong. I would absolutely love to be wrong. If you don't get the Marvel Zombies trailer today, when do you think we will get it then? I don't think we'll get Marvel Zombies trailer today, because I think this panel is purely for movies and not TV. When do I think we'll get it? This week actually isn't a bad guess. Because this week is the first week of September. It comes out on September 24th. About 3 weeks before. Which is crazy we haven't gotten a trailer yet. They really aren't marketing these Disney Plus shows right now, especially the animated ones. Eyes of Wakanda had absolutely no marketing. Kind of crazy. I'm going to say this week. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this week. Partly because I just want to see it this week. Marvel Zombies has been one of my most anticipated projects since it was announced. That was my favorite episode of What If. I really like What If, and the cast is just pretty much every single character from post Endgame that I like all my favorite characters pretty much. You got Kate Bishop. Well, Yelena's my favorite, and then Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, John Walker, Shang-Chi. Like, come on, how can you not be? And it's TVMA. It's only 4 episodes though, which sucks, but I've been hyped for this since the very beginning. I'm gonna say this week. Rifkey, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, people act like Luna is a good example of OG characters in Rivals when the same character constantly gets overpowered because the director simply can't hide his bias towards his creation. Right, exactly. Now, I'm currently playing as Luna a lot. I'm a little over halfway through Centurion to get her Lord. Once I Lord Luna, though, I'm not gonna play her again unless I absolutely have to. I mean, Luna's really good, but I don't think she's like the best healer in the sense that in the way that you have to play Luna or you lose. Cloak and Dagger for me is the best healer. I think Cloak and Dagger is so good and so underrated and underutilized. Cloak and Dagger is used quite often, but the way that they're typically played, I think is very passive and just heals and maybe some damage here or there with Cloak when you got to be constantly switching between the two. And on top of it, I love Cloak and Dagger. I think Cloak and Dagger is, for me, easily the best. I also play on console, so maybe that's slightly why. And Invis is my second favorite. Luna's still really good, and I still do really good as Luna, but I think Invis is just really fun to play as, and her push and pull mechanic, I think, is incredibly useful. And on console, at least, easier to hit and use than Luna's freeze. But you're 100% right in the fact that Luna constantly gets buffed, and I don't think has ever gotten nerfed. And original characters would have no choice but to be exactly the same, because no one would play them otherwise. Where to watch the live, Light asks. There is no live stream for this, so I have a couple a couple of Threads accounts pulled up that I think are going to be updating us live, and that's the best we can do. Yeah. Who do you think should be the DCU Flash? I think there should be 2 Flashes in the DCU. I think Barry Allen and Wally West should both be Flash in the DCU. I also think there should be 2 Robins. I think Tim Drake should be Robin, and I think Damian Wayne should be Robin in the DCU. I also think there should be like 4 Green Lanterns in the DCU. I think Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, Jessica Cruz, whoever the 4th one you want to be, should all be Green Lantern at the same time. I don't want Hal Jordan to die. I think the DCU should be a universe where there are multiple people using the same superhero alias, like in the comics. That's something we haven't seen in live action before in any of these big universes. It works well in the comics. I think it'll work really well in the movies, especially in this DCU where we have an older Hal Jordan, so likely an older Barry Allen, and a Batman who is already at Damian. I think it could be interesting and unique. Personally, I think Grant Gustin should play the Flash, and in the next phase or two get replaced by Wally West. Yeah, I don't think we need to have the replacement. I think they should just both be the Flash at the same time. I don't see any issue with it. There wasn't an issue with it in the comics. I think it just shows Barry Allen. It's great characterization for Barry Allen too. I'm currently reading Blackest Night. I think I have 2 issues left, and there's a great moment where I can't remember the exact dialogue, but Wally West says something about Barry Allen be like the main Flash, and Barry Allen's like, no, like we're both the Flash. Like you that name is as much yours as it is mine, and I love that. I just love that moment. I also haven't been exposed to much Barry Allen content outside of the Flash TV show before Blackest Night, and I can definitely see why Barry Allen is a lot of people's favorite comic character. He's great. He's great in Blackest Night. I mean, they're all great. Blackest Night's really good. There's a reason why it's one of the most popular comic events, or at least DC comic events. But yeah, Blackest Night is great. Really liking it. But yeah, I think there should be 2 Flashes. I think Wally West and Barry Allen should both be the Flash. And then maybe we get some appearances with Jay Garrick. That could be cool. Bart eventually being Kid Flash. I think it would be great. Jesse Quick, maybe a couple appearances. I think there's a lot of room to do a lot of different things in the DCU, and I'm really excited about that. So as we near it's about 40 minutes still, but as people continue to come into the stream, I want to give 2 disclaimers once again. That 1, this panel is not live streamed. So if you've been to any of my other streams before where I've covered panels like Comic-Con or previous D23s or whatnot, then you kind of know how the setup goes. Once the panel starts, I'll switch to a screen that has a couple social media accounts pulled up that I believe are live posting updates from the panels, and that's set to automatically refresh. And as they refresh, then we'll get the updates live, since there is no actual live stream. So that's one disclaimer. The other disclaimer, that it's in the pinned comment, but it's worth saying once again, verbally, I do not expect anything Marvel related here. Like I'm not even being hyperbolic. I genuinely don't expect anything Marvel here. Right? I expect him to just mention, yep, Doomsday's filming right now, it's going well. Be on the lookout for it. Genuinely, that is all I expect here. Maybe we get some casting confirmation for Doomsday. Maybe we get confirmation of what the final Phase 6 movie is in early 2027 at most. This is a film-only panel, and it's for everything under the Walt Disney Studios brand. So Walt Disney movies, Pixar movies, Star Wars, or like Lucasfilm and Marvel Studios. But there's only one pure Marvel Studios movie coming out next year, and that's Avengers Doomsday, and that's not until December, late December. Brand New Day can't be talked about at Disney events. That is a movie that only Sony events can talk about it, unless things have changed. But as of the last Spider-Man trilogy, only Sony could talk about it. So I'm not expecting that here at all. Although that'd be great. That'd be a great surprise. But I'm not expecting that here at all. And since Doomsday is the only MCU movie releasing next year, at most, maybe we get something small for Doomsday. But Doomsday is also still filming. So I don't think we'll get any footage from that. Maybe people in attendance will. But yeah, I just want to put that out there again. I'll probably say it a couple more times throughout the stream as people continue to tune in. But I want to make you guys aware that I'm only doing this live stream because you guys wanted me to. I wasn't going to. But you guys wanted me to do this live stream anyway, so since you guys wanted to, I'm doing it. But I'm going to make that clear throughout the stream that do not expect anything big here in terms of Marvel. Did you watch Stranger Things? I did watch Stranger Things. I've seen the first 3 seasons multiple times. Only seen the 4th season once, so I'm excited to revisit season 4. I'm excited to rewatch season 4 once I start my rewatch for it. I think I'm going to try to watch 1 episode a day leading up to the first part dropping, which I think is October. I think someone like scheduled it out and put out a chart or something, or just a calendar saying when to start the rewatch. I think it's like October 25th. If you start watching season 1, episode 1 on October 25th, and then watch 1 a day, it leads you right into the first volume or first part of season 5. But I have watched it. I loved it. And I can't wait for season 5. That's not good to like put it on the stream. Us public's got to find the recordings ourselves. Well, this is not out of the ordinary. Pretty much every single big event, like big panel like this, is never live streamed to the public. And that's not just a Disney thing. That's like an every studio thing. Whether it be at Comic-Con, D23, Destination D23, CCXP, like all these big panels and events, they aren't live streamed. And that's just how it is. I don't think it's neither a good or a bad thing. It's just kind of how it always is. I would love for it to be live streamed. That would be great. But that's also why I do these live streams. If these panels were all live streamed, then there would be no reason for me to do these streams. But I do these streams because there isn't a live stream. So that way people can still get the updates. Yeah, this isn't out of the ordinary. This is how it always is for not just Disney stuff, for every studio's big panel. I also think we might be getting some Toy Story 5 stuff. I think you're right. I think Toy Story 5 is... What is Toy Story 5? Do we have a release date yet? Next year. June next year. So I definitely think we'll get some Toy Story 5 stuff here. I think you're on the money there. I didn't realize it was that soon. Possibly some Frozen 3. Frozen 3, I think, is a decent chance. It comes out in 2027, but it's not as likely, I think, as Toy Story 5. Panduo, nice to have you. Thanks again. Welcome. Says, I got in contact with a D23 Gold member in Hall right now, but they got her to not live stream, pick, or record vids. Yeah, that's typical for these panels. That's pretty much always the rules. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not expecting anything really for the public because of that. But with all these big panels, there's always at least one person that records and films it and puts it up on YouTube afterwards and leaks some stuff. But as I said, even with that, I wouldn't show it on the stream because that would risk my channel, and I definitely would not want that. What fall movies do I think will flop at the box office? Ooh. Let's see. Fall 2025 movies. Well, I hope no movies flop at the box office. I want to make that clear as well. I'm not rooting for any movies to flop since there's no Sony movies coming, or Sony Spider-Man movies coming out. Sony non-Spider-Man Spider-Man movies coming out this fall. But let's take a look at the fall schedule and see. I mean, there's probably some that I'm not even gonna mention because I just am not familiar. I mean, I'm not familiar with most of these movies, to be honest, because most of them aren't like big superhero movies or Star Wars movies. The Long Walk, I think, could go either way. The Long Walk is probably really low budget, so I think it'll do good just on that front. Like, it doesn't need to make a lot, but I could also see people being like not interested in it. I think One Battle After Another might underperform a little bit. I don't know what the budget for that is, but I don't know how many people these days are into wanting to see a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I don't think the marketing's been good, if I'm being honest. The trailers have been fine. The posters are terrible. And it's a very long movie. It's like almost 3 hours. That might not do that well. Again, I hope I'm wrong, though. I'm not rooting for any of these movies to not do well. The Smashing Machine could go either way. That's the A24 movie with The Rock. Some people could go see that, being like, oh, this is like The Rock in an actual acting role. I want to see that. Others might not be too interested in it. Black Phone 2, I think, is in a similar category with The Long Walk. It's a horror movie. You know, probably not a big budget horror movie, but bigger budget than the first one. Are people still interested in the Black Phone franchise? I thought the first one was fine. Do people want to go see a Black Phone 2? I mean, it's in October. That helps. So maybe. Springsteen, that movie, that could go either way. And that does it for the fall. So we'll see. Who do you think should be the main villain of each DCU movie and show? Ooh, honestly, I don't know. Because I don't know the stories. It should be whatever works best for the story. So I'm ranking for Phase 5. All right, let me pull up a list of all Marvel Phase 5 projects. Okay. My ranking for Phase... Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything here. So let's go from least favorite to most favorite. Least favorite... Secret Invasion. Then... Echo. Then... Ironheart. Then What If... I think What If Season 2. Then What If Season 3. I don't remember which I liked more between these two movies. I actually didn't dislike these two movies, but I don't know which one. So about the same, I will say, is then Captain America and the Marvels, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Okay, now we get into tricky territory because I really like all the products that are left. Then I'm gonna say Agatha. Agatha, then Deadpool and Wolverine, then Guardians of the Galaxy, and then tied for... Oh, no. Then Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, this is difficult. This is difficult. These last three things I think are some of the best MCU projects ever. Okay, then Guardians of the Galaxy, then Thunderbolts, then Daredevil Born Again Season 1, then Loki Season 2. There's my ranking. How old do you think the DCU heroes will be? I think it'll be all varied. Because we have an older Hal Jordan. We're going to have a probably mid to late 40s Bruce Wayne with a Damian, but we'll also have a Superman only 3 years into being Superman. So I think it'll be varied from hero to hero. I think Spider-Man should be a supporting character in Fantastic Four sequel, and it should be one of the movies they release right after Secret Wars. I don't disagree with that. The big issue is Sony, unfortunately. Spider-Man is still a Sony property, and can't really appear in movies outside of the Spider-Man movies and Avengers movies. I would love for him to be a supporting character in Fantastic Four sequel, but I really want to get that Peter Parker, Johnny Storm dynamic and friendship. I don't know if we'll get it outside of the Avengers movies, unfortunately. Who do I think should be the villain for Brand New Day? I don't know. I have no clue what this story is for Brand New Day. There's almost every single Spider-Man villain has been rumored for this movie, which is crazy. I don't think every single Spider-Man villain is going to be in this movie. I'll make that clear. But it's kind of crazy that almost every single Spider-Man villain has been rumored for this movie. But I don't know. I don't have someone I think should be the villain. I before it was almost pretty much confirmed that he's not going to be in it, I would have said Kingpin, and it should be a Spider-Man Daredevil movie team up against Kingpin. Unfortunately, it seems like that's not going to happen. But I have absolutely no clue what the plot of the movie is and what the theme of the movie is. And the villain should only be there to help reinforce that. So it's difficult to say who the villain should be without knowing that first. Your rank for the 2020 superhero cartoons. So the 2020 superhero cartoons like what? Invincible, X-Men 97, What If? Is that it? Eyes of Wakanda? I have the others I'm blanking on, but as for those, Eyes of Wakanda, then What If is the least most. Eyes of Wakanda, What If, and then X-97 and Invincible are tied. Both are just so peak. You should do a prediction or like a prediction bingo like some of the YouTubers I watch. It's quite fun. Oh, interesting. You know, I might do that for the Marvel. It's too late for me to put it together now. But that's an interesting idea. I haven't thought of that before. me write that down, actually, for the next big panel stream, which is on October 11th, the Marvel Television, Marvel Animation panel at New York Comic Con. Let me write that down. Prediction bingo for Marvel panel at NYCC. Interesting idea. Thank you, Ice Cube, for that idea. I appreciate it. What's up, Damien? Nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. What's your fan guys for the DCU Justice League Rogues Gallery? Well, I really want to see a Justice League versus Legion of Doom movie. I wanted that forever. So I would love a Legion of Doom that consists of Lex Luthor, Joker, Sinestro, Black Manta, Cheetah, Solomon Grundy could be cool. I'm trying to think of who's been on the Legion of Doom. I mean, obviously, they could also have people, villains on Legion of Doom that haven't been on Legion of Doom before, because it's a whole different universe, right? I think that's the basic ones, though. I would like that. I want to see that. Thomas Bennett, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, how much long till the panel starts? Panel starts in about 23 minutes. There is a countdown on the top right of the screen, counting down until the panel starts at 9:15. JD Gamer, welcome, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says, bro, I just want some Marvel Zombies content. You and me both, man. You and me both. Unfortunately, I think this panel is only going to be movie related, so I don't think there will be anything Marvel Zombies here. However, Marvel Zombies comes out in like 3 weeks on September 24th. So I think it's likely we'll get a trailer within the next week or two. DC's Batman Rogues Gallery? I don't have any, really. They're doing Clayface, which is the main Batman villain I've wanted to see in live action forever. So I'm really hyped about that. I would love to see a comic-accurate Riddler. I love the Riddler and Matt Reeves Batman, but I would love to see a comic-accurate Riddler. I think for me, though, I want Joker. I know people are like, I'm all Joker out, too much Joker. No, that's not possible. All right, Joker is Joker. There's a reason why he's everywhere. And we've also never had a comic-accurate Joker in live action before. So, there's that. Give me a comic-accurate Joker. But, other than that, I really want a comic-accurate Bane. Bane has not been done justice. I don't think the general audience knows just how cool of a villain Bane is. Joker's like the most popular one. He's like the most popular Batman arch enemy. Like, he's Batman's arch enemy, sure. But I would argue Bane is the real foil to Batman. Because Bane is just as smart as Batman, canonically, just as smart as Batman, but he's also stronger. Like, he's Batman if Batman was roided up. So I would love to see a Batman movie where they actually show Bane's smarts and not just have him be this brawny guy. Because that's not all he is. Bane's real strength is his intelligence. He also just has the pure muscle to back it up. I would love to see an actual comic-accurate Bane. Who do you think should be the main villain of Batman 2? Same thing with Brand New Day. I have no clue what the story for Batman 2 is, so I can't say who the villain should be. Just found out something. Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland logo was shown at D23 thingy, not the panel, though, so we might be getting a teaser or something. Oh, neat. I didn't know Descendants 5 even had a name. Nice. That is cool. I hope for your sake that we do get something, because I know you want it. What multiversal cameos do you think will be in Avengers Secret Wars, and do you think Tobey and Andrew will come back to Secret Wars? Oh, yes. Tobey and Andrew, 100%. I think a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes of Secret Wars has Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman and RDJ as Iron Man leading. I think there's going to be at least like 15, 20 minutes of them interacting. Because this is the only time you can have that, and who doesn't want to see that? If you say you don't want to see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and throw in there RDJ's Iron Man, if you say you don't want to see them interact, then you're lying. So yeah, I definitely think Tobey Maguire is going to show up. Andrew Garfield, I think so too. He's, I guess, not as likely as Tobey Maguire in my opinion, but I think he definitely shows up. Other multiverse cameos. I could see us getting Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, but I could also see us getting like one-off castings, like maybe not this exact one, but something along the same lines of like a Tom Cruise Iron Man, something like that. A casting that is specifically there just for this movie, and that's it. But I think there'll be a good amount of multiverse cameos. DCU Teen Titans, I mean, I'm a classic guy, so I know this isn't the classic one in like the comics, the original ones, but I want to see Dick Grayson, Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, Cyborg. It's not going to be that. I just hope Nightwing is leading the team. Like, even if Damian or Tim is Robin on the team, I just want Nightwing to lead the team, and I really want Beast Boy and Raven together in live action. But I would also love to see Wally West on that team. I would love to see Donna Troy on that team. I would love to also, if they just combine Teen Titans and Young Justice, they're practically the same team. So throw in Aqualad, Wally West, and Artemis, Superboy, Miss Martian. Yeah, I would love any kind of combination of that. DCU Bat Family, I mean, it's got to be the classic Bat Family, right? Batman, Alfred, Catwoman, Nightwing, Red Hood, Tim Drake, Barbara Gordon, and Damian Wayne. Hey, what's up, the Disney guy? Thank you to have you here. Welcome, welcome. It's got a video and imagery of the inside of the hall sent in. It's full of security guards. Every section is multiple, and they look angry. I bet they do. I bet they do. So I'm just, to be a minute here, I'm just double checking to make sure I have accounts pulled up. So give me one moment. Apologies. All right, let me pull up this account as well. All right, I think I have a solid feed up here. Hope we get X-97 Season 2 info. That would be great. I would love that. I don't think we will, since this seems to be a movie panel, although I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. But it seems to be a movie panel. There is, though, a Marvel Television and Marvel Animation panel in a couple weeks, or in about a month and a half at New York Comic-Con. Saturday, October 11th. I will be doing a live stream to cover that. So if we get, I think that will be where we get X-Men 97 Season 2 info. Do you think they should move Supergirl's date because it's directly competing with Toy Story and Minions, both are which billion-dollar potential? Oh, I didn't realize that. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to move Supergirl. I don't know when you would move it, to be honest, but I don't think it'd be a bad idea. I mean, Brand New Day comes out in July. Doomsday comes out in December. Clayface comes out in September. Maybe a little earlier, maybe like May. Move it instead of June. The DCU Justice League will most likely be similar, if not one-to-one, the DCAU Justice League. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Jon Stewart, Flash, Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter. I want Aquaman on the team. I'm just an Aquaman fan. So I want Aquaman on the team as well, but I don't think he will be. At least for the first team. Thomas Caracos, and say hi, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, says, do you think Rocket's team will be in Doomsday or Secret Wars? I think it'll definitely be in one of them. I'm gonna say, I was gonna say not in Doomsday, but I mean, why wouldn't they be in Doomsday if Battle Road gets created at the end? You have to show them before, right? The before and after. I am going to say very, very small appearance in Secret War in Doomsday. Slightly larger, but roughly the same size role in Secret Wars. What suits you think should be an Insomniac's Wolverine? I would just want the classic black and or blue and yellow, and the classic brown and yellow. Anything else is cool too, but for me, I just want those two. Ranking for the Spider-Man 2 boss battles, I could not even tell you because I don't remember a lot of that game. I played it when it first came out, played through the story, and I haven't played it since. Same thing with the Spider-Man suits. I couldn't tell you which ones are in the game or not. Dude, I have to go. Well, thank you for tuning in, Hasm. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And thanks for chatting. I'm doing a bingo about D23. Can you give me some ideas? Ooh, bingo. I think throw in there Mandalorian and Grogu trailer for people in attendance. Doomsday cast announcements. Update on Toy Story 5. You want a wild card for your bingo? Throw in live action Tangled. That's a big wild card. Likely not going to happen, but you want some wild cards? I think that's a good one. Zootopia 2 stuff, Tron Ares, Avatar, what, Fire and Nash or something? Whatever the new Avatar movie's called. I think those would probably be some good bingo cards. Kind of off topic, but who's your favorite Squid Game character? Ooh. You know, I don't know if I have a favorite Squid Game character. I haven't thought about that before. It's a very good question. I mean, maybe just Gihan? Yeah, but Player 120, like Will Byers is, or I heard Will Byers is saying, I really like Player 120. It's more of a season thing. Because season 2 and 3, Player 120 was one of my favorites. Season 1, I'm forgetting the guy's name, but the guy who Gihan's best friend betrayed in the marbles. He was great. He's a fan favorite. I'm going to say Gihan, though. Capizilla, welcome to everything tuning in. DC starts in 7 minutes, right? The 223. The panel starts in about 13 minutes. It starts at 9:15. Yeah, so about 13 minutes. And if I go mute for a couple seconds, it's just because I am making sure I have accounts up that are going to be live posting about the panel. All right. So people are there are definitely people on threads that are at the panel. I just need to find accounts that are going to be live posting from the panel. I'm also trying to find accounts that are fairly large, just because if there are accounts that like wouldn't want to have their account name or whatnot posted publicly, then I don't want to have those up, just out of respect for them. Let me get rid of that account. So they're definitely at the panel. Okay. Now let's get this one as well, because they're also at the panel. All right. Cool. Cool. I think we have a solid lineup here. All right, back to the chat. Thanks for tuning in. It's to have you here. Is D23 going on right now? Destination D23. So this is also a big distinction, and it'll lead me into, as we have 50 people watching now. Wow, that is crazy. Thank you, everybody, tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. So let me go through my 2 disclaimers once again. So this is Destination D23, not D23 Expo. There is a difference. Destination D23 is usually a much smaller event that's purely dedicated to the parks. It is at one of the Disney World resorts. It's usually just about the parks. But this time, there is a Walt Disney Studios Showcase panel. Now, that being said, still don't go in expecting all that much. The panel is an hour and 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's covering just movies, right? So don't expect any TV news. Could be wrong, but don't expect any TV news. But the big thing, since this is a comic channel that covers Marvel, do not go into this expecting anything big from Marvel. For two reasons. One big reason, actually. Because I think this is a film-only showcase. There's only one Marvel Studios film, coming out next year, and that is Avengers Doomsday, which is not done filming yet. Spider-Man Brand New Day is a Sony film and can only be talked about at Sony events, not at Disney events. I would love to be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm not expecting anything there because of that. But also, here's the thing with Doomsday, right? Doomsday comes out in late December next year. Between now and then, there's still San Diego Comic-Con next year, and there's also D23 Expo next year, the main D23. So there are two big events and panels next year before Avengers Doomsday comes out. I think at most, from Marvel, we get character confirmation for Doomsday. So, like, our casting confirmations like Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland maybe, Brie Larson, Ryan Reynolds perhaps. Right? Characters that we all probably are guessing they show up, but it hasn't been 100% confirmed yet. That, and maybe confirmation of the final Phase 6 movie that I believe is still scheduled to come out in early 2027. But honestly, realistically, all I think there is from Marvel is just Doomsday is filming right now. It's going well. And that's about it. It is also not a live streamed panel. So there's nothing to watch live. What I have, if you've been to any of my panel streams before for Comic-Con or D23 Expo or whatnot, you kind of know how this is going to go. I have some social media accounts pulled up that I believe are going to be live posting from the panel. And it automatically updates with the posts as soon as the updates happen. It's the best we can do without there actually being a live stream. I am currently using Threads. I used to use TweetDeck for these streams, but TweetDeck is now paid. I'm not going to be doing that. So I currently have Threads pulled up with accounts. If Threads does not seem to be working as well as before, what I will do is I will pull up a singular Twitter account and just continually refresh. Bit of a pain in the butt, bit annoying, but it'll be the best that we can do. If Threads doesn't work this time, work as well this time, then for the next panel coverage stream, which is the New York Comic-Con Marvel Television, Marvel Animation panel on October 11th, I will try Blue Sky to see if that's any better. I have to do some experimentation, some trial and error, since TweetDeck doesn't work anymore, so I apologize about that in advance. But yeah, so I think that's all the disclaimers out of the way, and let's get back to the chat. How do you want Miles Morales to be introduced to the MCU? Crossover with Spider-Verse, even though Sony is quite strict, or just a new MCU character? Just new MCU character. I think, yeah, just new MCU character. I don't think the animation should cross over into live action like that. To become like a main character in the MCU. Just a new MCU character. Cast a new Miles Morales. About it. Sony says they don't want to introduce Miles until Miles before Spider-Verse ends. That's true. However, Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out earlier the same year Secret Wars comes out, so that means that we could see Miles Morales in Secret Wars, although more likely in Spider-Man 5 after that. So that's actually not too far away. What's your ranking for every James Gunn movie? Okay, every James Gunn movie I've seen. I haven't seen Slither or Super. My favorite James Gunn movie, I'm going to go reverse. I'm going to go from my favorite to least favorite. I think all the ones that I've seen are good, but favorite to least favorite, I'm going to go Superman, Guardians 3, The Suicide Squad, Guardians 1, Guardians 2. Someone released a photo of the screen in the panel, and it shows some of the lines from movies, and on the beginning of the half line, it says Toy Story 5. Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'll pull that up once I go over to the other screen for Threads. Your wildcard prediction is Darkwing Duck. That is a wildcard prediction for sure, but I know a lot of people would be excited if that happens. I am not a Darkwing Duck guy. Not because I dislike the character, just because I didn't grow up with the character. But I know there's a lot of people who are fans of Darkwing Duck, and that'd be really cool. That'd be out of left field for sure. What's up, Noel Gonzalez? Thanks for tuning in. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Says, when does D23 start? The panel that starts in about 4.5 minutes. What up? Nice to have you here, man. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Same with you, Tech Spider, and nice to have you here as well. Welcome back. Says, hey, basically just find an awesome Jason Todd comic you going to enjoy called Robin and Batman. Jason Todd, His Early Life as Robin. Yes, I have issue 2 and issue 3. I don't have issue 1 because I missed when it came out. I thought it came out later than it did, but once I realized the issue 3 coming out, I went to the comic book shop, got issue 2. They didn't have issue 1. So I was like, okay, maybe when issue 3 comes out, they'll have issue 1. Well, when issue 3 comes out this past week, didn't have issue 1. So I have issue 2 and issue 3 of a 3-issue series. I don't have issue 1, so I'm going to go back next week for Batman #1 and hopefully get #1 of Robin and Batman Jason Todd as well. Yes, I'm aware. Thank you, Tech Spider. I appreciate you looking out for me with that. Luis Eduardo, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Says Lightyear 2. No, I don't think Lightyear 2. I don't think Lightyear 2 will be announced here. Ryan Cabrera, nice to have you here. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Imagine Avengers Doomsday would have a teaser or first look. That'd be crazy. That would be wild. That would genuinely be insane. Maybe there is a non-zero chance that people in attendance get to see something from Doomsday. I think there is a 0% chance that we, the public, get to see anything from Doomsday. I mean, look, if the people in attendance get to see something from Avengers Doomsday, then it will be leaked, right? There will be a leak of it. However, right now, with this panel, with this live stream, I don't think we, the public, will see anything from Doomsday. But there's a non-zero chance that people in attendance see something from Doomsday. It's not even mostly about the parks this year in terms of news, because there's no park-specific panel this year. Interesting. Yeah, Destination D23 is not something I'm really aware about. I'm only really familiar with D23 Expo, which happens every 2 years. So D23 Expo is next year. That one could be really cool. That one could be really big. Chow? Thanks for tuning in. To have you here. Avengers Doomsday, please. That'd be cool. I don't expect it, but that'd be very cool. KRMN Beats, as I have here, welcome, says, is Marvel having the first panel? Where it's one long panel, 1 hour and 15-minute long panel. I don't know the order. I think, if I can remember, pretty much every year that they do this, every time they do this, it's a different order, as far as I can remember. So I don't know. I can see them being first. I can see them being first because there's not a lot. I can see them being last because there's not a lot. It could really go either way. First look at Doctor Doom Alpha Light comic version. That is not impossible. If a Doctor Doom first look, not impossible. I don't know if I want it though. You know? Like, part of me, well, in an ideal world, I wouldn't see any Avengers Doomsday footage until the movie comes out and I'm sitting in that theater and the movie starts. That's like the ideal scenario, but obviously that's not practical. That's not what's gonna happen. So I think for me, I would rather wait to see Doctor Doom for the first time in the trailer rather than just like a still image. But look, let's be real. If the suit's cool, I'm not gonna say no. You know? So we'll see. That's not impossible. Cast announcement part 2 in D23. Yeah, that is what I've been saying I think is the most likely here for Marvel, is a confirmation on the rest of the cast for Doomsday. All right, I'm also, I'm doing one more check for accounts that are live posting the panel. If you guys know of any Threads accounts that are live posting the panel, please let me know and I'll pull them up. Yeah, give me one as I go through this. Okay. Oh, got one. Let's go. Let's go. Very good. 1 second. I'll get back to the live chat. Like I said, I'm also trying to only pull up accounts that, you know, are accounts that seem to want to have live posts and like want to have big follower accounts. The Hollywood Handles posting. Thank you. Thank you. Hollywood Handle. Are they on Threads? Ah, yes. They're not posting on Threads. Their last post on Threads was April 3rd. Walt Disney Studios Showcase. Right. All right. Okay. Switch this to auto update. Cool. Okay. Now I might have to refresh throughout the stream as we find different accounts to put on. Yeah, I'm going to switch the screen now. I just wanted to finalize the lineup. Boop. Okay. Cool. Very cool. I also see we have 100 people in the stream right now. That is crazy. Thank you to everybody tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Anyway, back to the live chat as we wait for and if you guys know of any other accounts on Threads that are live posting that are posting faster, please let me know. And I will update the screen with said accounts. Really want Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider MCU. I grew up reading that Ghost Rider in comics, love his motorcycle. I know nothing about that Ghost Rider. I've seen some people say they want him. I want Johnny Blaze just because that's the Ghost Rider I'm familiar with. But for your sake, I hope they do Danny Ketch. What do you think Marvel D23 Showcase predictions? Doctor Strange 3, Avengers Doomsday, Secret Wars, X-Men Blade. Pretty much nothing. Like, genuinely, pretty much nothing. I'm not expecting anything from Marvel here. Since this seems to be a primarily movie channel, or not channel, panel. Primarily movie panel, and the only big movie Marvel has coming out next year is Doomsday. Between now and then, there's San Diego Comic-Con and the big D23 Expo, and Doomsday's still filming, so there's not really much to show. So I really don't think anything. How long is the panel? Panel is an hour and 15 minutes long. When does it start? It started, I think, like 3 minutes ago. Can we see your screen? Screen is now pulled up. Ryan Vell, hello. Thank you, Nigga Savvy here, says, hi, who do you think should be the main DCU Flash, Barry or Wally? I personally think that it should be Barry. Also, click on live. Thank you. I think it should be both. I think Barry and Wally should both be the Flash in the DCU. Hot take, perhaps, but I think it could work. It works well in the comics. I think it would work well in the DCU as also. When will I make more videos? Hopefully soon. So, a couple weeks ago, I started animation on a video with this new puppet avatar. And then when I exported the animation and went into my editing software, the animation was not synced to the audio. So when I went back into Blender, the program I use to animate, it was really slow and laggy, and I think that's what's caused it. So I pretty much had to start from scratch with remodeling and rebuilding the avatar. So there will be a different looking avatar, slightly different looking avatar in the future. One that is easier to handle on my computer so I can actually animate properly. I have videos planned. I have video scripts made. It all just comes down to me now And I have. I'm in the process currently of building the new avatar, and then once that's done, animating the video. How what we're going to announce is there a live stream or from guys on X? It is from people on Threads, and these are set to automatically refresh up here. I'll probably also manually refresh, just in case, you know, it's been a while. And I'll continually look for other accounts. And like I said, if you guys find any other accounts on Threads that are live posting the panel, please let me know, and I will pull them up on screen for sure. Thoughts on Moana live action? I don't have many thoughts, honestly. I've seen the first one once in Spanish class. It wasn't in Spanish. It was during a Spanish final. I thought it was fine, but also I watched it in class. So that could impact it. Yeah, I have no real opinions, honestly. I have no connection to it. What's up, Starker? Welcome. Nice to have you. Will stream the show? No, there is no live stream from the panel, unfortunately. So I have accounts pulled up that I think are live posting from the panel. What's your craziest prediction? My craziest prediction okay. My craziest prediction is they will announce officially the Tangled live action. Do I think that'll happen? No. But that is my craziest prediction. I don't think Marvel will be allowed at D23 due to Comic-Con soon. Yeah, 100%. They have the Marvel Television, Marvel Animation panel at New York Comic-Con, and they don't have another movie coming out until December next year, so they have San Diego Comic-Con next year to talk about everything, and they also have D23 Expo, which is the bigger D23, next year as well, before that. Marvel Starker MHA98, thank you for tuning in. Xavier says, they just showed about Disney princesses singing. Okay, good to know. Jody Benz came out to sing. That's awesome. That is, yeah, Threads is not the best place. I'll be straight up with you guys. TweetDeck was the perfect place because people still use Twitter quite frequently. Threads, unfortunately, is not the best place for this. Let me see if that's gonna ruin anything. No. Okay. But since TweetDeck is now paid, and my plugin that I was using to use TweetDeck for free no longer works, I have to do some trial and error. Punisher special, that is TV, so I don't think that'll be here. Marvel Zombies also, unfortunately, is TV, so I don't think that'll be here. Drew Disney Dude just said terrible internet on purpose, so you might get delayed updates. Got you. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know, Panduo. I appreciate that. Can you rank the Tobey, Andrew Holland, and Spider-Verse trilogies? Yeah. So my favorite out of all those is the Tom Holland trilogy, but my favorite movie is probably Across the Spider-Verse. I'll go by movie. From favorite to least favorite. Across the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, Into the Spider-Verse, and this is some hot takes, right? So, Across the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, Into the Spider-Verse, Homecoming, Far From Home, and this is where the hot takes begin. TASM 2, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 1. Welcome, nice to have you, thanks for tuning in, says, who would be the best actor for Barry in my opinion? Out of all the my favorite fan cast for Barry is Lucas Till. I don't have as strong of a connection to Barry as some other people do. So, I'm not as concerned with Barry, honestly. But, Lucas Till, for me, is the best fan cast that I've seen. I would not mind that at all. Do you think Supergirl will be in the DCU Justice League? I don't. I don't think she'll be in the Justice League. I think she might team up with the Justice League. I don't think she'll be a part of the Justice League. Is it only movie or series count 2 for the event? Just wonder. I think it's just movies. Turning Red 2. I don't think Turning Red 2 will be here. I just started an MCU rewatch of the day. Just suffered through Dark World last night. Yeah, I did a full MCU rewatch before Infinity War. I don't remember loving Dark World. Although my least favorite this is a hot take. My least favorite MCU movie is Incredible Hulk. I've never been a Hulk guy. All right, this is going pretty slow. let me try. Let me try to get something else here. Twister on stage now. Yeah. Let me try to figure something out here real quick. We might have to just go back to what we did last time, which is pull up a Twitter feed and just continually refresh. Or maybe make a Blue Sky account real quick. All right. Yeah, it seems like Threads, unfortunately, is not the way to go. So let me... Bear with me, guys. Apologize. Oh, I realized this whole time I haven't had the music playing. All right. So I have the music playing, at least. So hopefully you guys hear that in the background. Oh, you don't hear that in the background. Oh! We're all good. We're all good. Bear with me here, guys. There we go. All right, we got the music playing in the background. As I try to get this up and running. TweetDeck still paid. But you said Hollywood Handle? I don't see them posting on Twitter either. Thank you, Pando. I appreciate that. That'll definitely help. Toaster Hot Trailer, yeah. I'm trying my best to find a Cosmic Marvels. Okay. Again, I apologize. I have to try something new because TweetDeck doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. Cosmic Marvel just posted about the Mandalorian Grogu footage was shown for people in attendance, but I want to find all Destination D23 news. Okay. I found an account on Threads. On X, I think. However, let me see if I can just find this on Threads, although I doubt they're posting to both. I guess people don't use Threads all that much. Fair enough. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. Let me just move back here while I switch the windows. Let me close that down. Pull this up. Okay. Pull that up. And then make it bigger. Okay. So we found an account on Twitter, the DBC Pod. Go show them some love. So now we have some updates here, and I'll just have to continually refresh. Best we can do, it looks like. Okay, so lots of princesses here to start. So we got, let's see, we got Ryan Last Dragon, Merida, Moana. Don't know who that is. Mulan, Belle, Pocahontas, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and Jasmine, I believe. And once they're slows, I'll go back to live chat as well. and continue to talk to Tides. I'm not purposely ignoring you. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to go about this here. All right, how does videos look? Okay, cool. Due to copyright, I'm not going to play that right now. I want to save any kind of copyright for any possible trailers that are likely. Jodie Benson is the host of the event. All right, Disney Studios kicks things off with Yvette Nicole Brown and starting with Pixar. Okay, we got Toy Story there. The original Toy Story will return to theaters on September 12th, and Buzz will return to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's cool. New character coming to Toy Story 5 is Smarty Pants, a potty training toy voiced by Conan O'Brien. All right. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Corey Rudolph, thanks tuning in. Xavier says they paused all live-action remakes, though. Well, here's the thing. After Snow White, they paused all live-action remakes. After Lilo and Stitch, they're like, well, okay, maybe we do it again. So, who knows at this point? Who knows? RTV Customs, eager for Mandalorian and Grogu. Me too, man. Me too. I would love a public trailer. I don't think the public will get much, if anything, but I would love a public trailer. Can I watch it live? There is no live stream for it, unfortunately. There is no official live stream for it. You might be able to find some bootleg live stream, but that I cannot show on stream due to copyright. Top 3 favorite video games. Okay, my number 1 favorite video game ever is LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Bar none, 100% my favorite game ever. And I'm so excited for the new LEGO Batman game, too. That game looks so good. After that, it's hard to rank. I have a lot of favorite games all, like, around the same that it's hard to rank them 2 and 3. Baldur's Gate is up there. Baldur's Gate's at minimum top 5, if not top 3. Love Baldur's Gate 3 so much. But also, Arkham City is amazing. I mean, Rock Band's a classic. Uncharted. Any of the Uncharted games. What else? I mean, Black Ops 2 is up there. Battlefield 1 is up there. I don't know if I can do a top 3, but those are a couple what would be 2 and 3. I just don't know the exact ranking. But number 1, though, definitely LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. And Baldur's Gate, I know, is 100% in the running for 3. Wikipedia, I'm just here for Pirates of the Caribbean 6. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I just rewatched the first 3 movies. Really good. I want to get around to watching Stranger Tides. I've only seen that once in theaters. So I want to get around to rewatching that. I like the Hulk, but Incredible Hulk is terrible. Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't like the Hulk either, but I think the movie starts off pretty decent. But yeah, it goes downhill fast. I haven't seen it since my rewatch. So that was what? Almost 10 years ago? 10 minus 2? 8 years ago? No. 7 years ago? It was 2018. I'll rewatch it before Doomsday. Yeah, I remember that being my least favorite. Humbloom Taburb, nice to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Let me do a quick refresh. Guys, I'm calling it. They're announcing the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit show tomorrow. That would be very cool. I'd be down for that, actually. The Mimic Wolfer, nice to have you. Welcome, says, what do you think Marvel's going to announce? Nothing. Like, genuinely, I don't think Marvel is going to announce anything. I think Marvel, at most, is going to say, like, Doomsday's filming right now, going well. And that's it. Yeah. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but I think that's all it's going to be. By the way, I believe Star Wars Starfighter is now in production. Yes, it started filming a couple days ago. From what I've seen, the cast looked good. The cast is crazy for Star Wars Starfighter. I mean, obviously we knew Ryan Gosling, but Mia Goth, right? Mia Goth. I'm not a huge fan of her, but I know she's huge. Aaron Pierre-Paul, I think, who is Jon Stewart in Lanterns. Amy Adams is in it. Matt Smith. It's gonna be really good. I'm really excited for that. Just for Doomsday stuff, man. I'm with you, Glitch Gaming. I originally was not going to do this live stream because I usually don't do live streams for events that I don't expect much, if any, Marvel news from, but I put out a poll on my community page, and every single vote that voted on the poll said yes, do a live stream anyway, so that's why I'm doing a live stream. Anyway, the producers of Hoppers are here now. We got Daniel Chong, Hopper's director. Nicole Grindle, Hopper's producer. That is, I believe, the next Pixar movie coming out next year. Yeah. So will the trailers be released later today? So the thing with trailers at these kind of panels is it's hard. Some trailers, some footage is shown just to people in attendance. Other trailers get shown to people in attendance and posted publicly. It's very random sometimes. So we don't know. Or it's like the Nintendo Direct and they're released after they announced. They're typically, if the footage is also released to the public, it's typically posted publicly at the same time as it's shown to people in attendance. If they show a special look at Doomsday, it'll be exclusive for the attendance. We'll have to wait for leaks. 100% Hamster. 100%. They show more Hoppers or Gatto. Yeah, I have no clue what Gatto is, but I saw someone talk about it. I want more news about that for sure. Doomsday 5 is being shown. Yeah, now we're moving on Hoppers. Thank you, Pando, for that face. I appreciate it. AJ, me waiting for Doomsday. I hope there's something. I really do, but I'm not expecting it. Do I do reactions for Nintendo Directs? I do not. I only do reactions and coverage here for Marvel and DC panels, because this is a Marvel and DC channel. Ace Comics, can you please link their account? I can't find them. They are the DBC Pod on X. Avengers Doomsday teaser? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's still filming. It doesn't release until December of next year. And between now and then, there's San Diego Comic-Con and the big D23 Expo next year. Both places that are mainly for big news like that. So I don't think we'll get anything for Avengers Doomsday today. Anything big, any teaser. Like maybe, again, like I said, just maybe some cast reveals and also just saying, still, it's filming right now. It's going smooth. I want Frozen 3 news and Disney 2026 animated films. We can get some of that. There's a possibility of that. She wants something, even just more chairs. I don't know if they'll do a full chair thing, but it's possible that we get some more cast announcements. There'll be no Doomsday announcements today, guys. Yeah, I'm not expecting it either. When's Marvel panel? We don't know what the order. We just know that they started with Pixar. Don't know if Marvel's next or Marvel's last. No clue. No clue. Marvel has to give us something and want to hype this up. Well, not really. Doomsday isn't until December next year. That's over a year away. And let's be real. Doomsday is hyped up and is going to be seen. They still need to release a trailer or two, right? But, like, you don't need to do that much for Doomsday and Secret Wars. A trailer, public trailer, perhaps. Let me see. Twitter also now has a limit on how many tweets you can see per day, so I'm trying also to limit the amount of tweets so I don't max out. Okay, no public trailer for Hoppers. Refresh here. Yeah, so that's probably why there isn't a post, because they're watching the trailer right now. Even Marvel updates on Twitter expecting Marvel stuff today? Well, I mean, let's be real, that's not the most accurate. Those accounts live and die on engagement, so they'll post anything to get engagement. I think the Marvel Zombie trailer has to drop publicly today, since that comes out in about a month. It'll probably be sometime this week. Today is more, I think it's more film related. I could be wrong, but I think it's more film related. But I think the Marvel Zombies trailer has got to be within the next week or two, right? Because like you said, it comes out on September 24th. That new short video got terminated. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. Thank you for keeping us updated, Pando, when it was still alive. At least show the rest of the cast of Doomsday. I don't think that's out of the question. That's a possibility. Are you not allowed to record at D23? You're not allowed to record at these panels because there's stuff they're only showing to people in attendance. So you're not allowed to record. There will be leaks, but yeah. Bobby Moynihan is here, and he has declared himself a Disney king. There he is, Bobby Moynihan. I'm a fan of Bobby Moynihan. I think he's a funny guy. Seems like a cool guy as well. When is Marvel's presentation? Not sure. We don't know the order. We just know that it's not first. But we don't know the exact order. Do you think Marvel will say anything about Wonder Man? I don't think so, because I think this is just for movies and films. Wonder Man is a show. But in about a month and a half at New York Comic-Con, there is a Marvel television and Marvel animation panel. October 11th. I will be doing a live stream covering that, and I'm sure we'll get Wonder Man stuff there. Yeah, same thing to you, Vince. I think we'll get Wonder Man stuff there, not today. Since this just is films, I believe. Daredevil Season 2 and Vision Quest, I also think will be at the New York Comic-Con panel, not here. Hey, yeah, man, at least you saw something. At least you saw something. It's pretty cool to get to see it at least for a little bit. They just showed Toy Story 5 footage for people there where you could see like 50 Buzz Lightyears on an island. Yeah, I believe when, what was it, D23 last year, I think, they announced that one of the villains of the movie is going to be a bunch of Buzz Lightyears, which is interesting. I did see that the composer for a Minecraft movie and Thor Ragnarok is composing Hoppers. Oh, interesting. The music for those movies are pretty good. That's a good get. I'd like to see Marvel Studios, the main Spider-Man 3 announcement. That would be cool, but is not going to be here because even if that was a thing, that would be a Sony movie. And so that would be talked about at Sony panels and Sony events. So like even here, we'll probably won't see anything for Brand New Day because that's technically a Sony movie. I feel like if there's any Doomsday news that Marvel is absolutely last. It depends on what it is, though. It depends on what it is. They could be saving the Walt Disney movies for last with Tron and Avatar. Because the Doomsday stuff could literally just be some casting updates and saying, filming right now, it's going well. And that's not something you end on. You might want to end on a big Tron trailer or a big Avatar trailer or news or something like that. I don't know if you end with just, yeah, things are going well with Doomsday and that's about it. I don't know if people are streaming. They sneakily, that's how. I want to see Andrew Garfield's Maze Runner 3. Yeah, that wouldn't be here. Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm hoping too, man. I'm hoping too. I would love a public trailer for that. I would love a public trailer for that. Star Wars is my favorite thing ever, so I would love a Mandalorian. I've seen the leaked trailer. It looks great. I would love a high definition public trailer, but I don't know if we'll get that here. Hope we get something with Doomsday. I'm hoping for casting stuff or maybe a look at Doom's mask. Yeah, someone mentioned earlier our first look at Doom. That's not impossible. That's not impossible. Coconut Mall or Rainbow Road for Mario Kart? I'm just checking the... Yeah, Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall has been my favorite since the Wii game came out. I don't like Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road frustrates me too much. I hope we get some Doomsday cast announcement. I hope so too. I hope we get something. Like even though it was my subscribers that wanted me to do this video, do this live stream, I also just hope we get something so you guys don't feel like it's a total waste. Saw his mask and they announced RDJ at Comic-Con. I don't think so. I don't think they're going that low quality of costume. I mean, technically, we did see part of the mask in that post-credit scene, but you know, like that, I want a better look at it. Hoping for more Zootopia 2 looks. I think we'll get Zootopia 2 as well, since that's pretty soon. I just see Dr. Doom mask poster, like the costume. That's not impossible. Likely, don't know, but it's not impossible. Is Mario 2 the movie actually happening next year? Because I love the first one. That's a great question. I don't know. I'm not a Nintendo guy, so I would not be the question to ask, unfortunately. I'm not the person to ask, unfortunately. It's Marvel and D23 panel. There most likely will be something Marvel related. Like they'll touch on Marvel, but I think it'll honestly just be them saying that Doomsday film is going well, and that's about it. They would announce new Marvel movies like a Doctor Strange 3 for 2027, right? Well, that's the only other thing I could think of. I believe there is still a Marvel movie scheduled for early 2027. And if that's the case, I can see them maybe announcing that here. Maybe. Not 100%, but it's possible they announce that here. What I think of Fantastic Four First Steps, I liked it. I thought it was fun. Good time. It's what I expected it to be, and that's not a bad thing. Okay. One second. I am about to make a Blue Sky account just on the off chance that there's something here as well and this works better. Continue. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I've never used Blue Sky, so this is new to me. Okay. Marvel's going second. All right. Okay. Sorry, I lost track. Let me refresh here. Okay, upcoming Pixar slate. Hoppers, 2026. Toy Story 5, also 2026. Gatto, 2027. 2028 and beyond. Incredibles 3. Coco 2. Nice. Very exciting. Oh, is Marvel... I keep saying now is Tron. Maybe Marvel's not going second. Gotta announce a secret movie between Avengers soon, too. In theory, they could wait until San Diego Comic-Con next year to announce it. Even if we get little news, I say the stream is still worth it. Well, thank you, Tech Spider. I appreciate that. Mario's coming April 3rd. There you go. What if they officially announce Deadpool and Doomsday? That's not impossible. I could see that happening. Do you like Superman more or Fantastic Four? I like Superman more, but that's okay. Fantastic Four was still good. It was still a really good movie, and that's all it needed to be. I like Thunderbolts more than Fantastic Four as well, but that's also not a bad thing. That's more so to the credit of Thunderbolts than the discredit of Fantastic Four. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool, but it wouldn't be here. Raid. I feel like the other 2027 movie announcement won't be until San Diego Comic-Con next year, along with some footage of that serial. Yeah, agreed. They could, in theory, wait until Comic-Con next year. Now it's Tron. Okay, cool. Prediction: Toy Story 5 will return to Sunnyside Daycare. It's possible, but... Well... Yep, here's Tron Ares. I want to be excited for this movie. The trailer looks good, but it stars Jared Leto. So I can't be that excited for it. But Cameron Monaghan is in it, and it looks really good, but... Fortunate. Anyway, Toy Story 4 ended with them splitting up. So we gotta know how they get back together first. I really love Toy Story 4. Hot take. I still think they'll just concept art and BTS scissor reel. Possible. That's possible. I didn't realize you were getting Coco 2. Yeah, me neither. I haven't seen the first one, though. Tron, you mean Team of Power Rangers? That stuff looks cheaper than Power Rangers too, especially with Leto's cult leader looking. Well, Tron Legacy is really good. Tron Legacy is really good. Great movie. I think it's getting re-released in October, which I might have to see it. I love Tron Legacy. I haven't seen the first one. It's not about Power Rangers though. It's just Tron. Tron has been a thing since that game the arcade game came out a long time ago. I don't think any X-Men announcement here. I don't think we get the X-Men announcement. Maybe never. Like it's possible that they never announced the X-Men, MCU X-Men, and they just show up in like End of Secret Wars, perhaps. Let's type that. All right. Looking on Blue Sky here, seeing if there's anything. I'll refresh this as well. Starting in September, Tron Light Cycle Run will have a Tron Ares overlay, including music from Nine Inch Nails. It'll be red. Ooh. Spooky. Yeah, Blue Sky does not seem any better than Threads, unfortunately. I'm excited to Tron Ares. I'm separating art from artist kind of deal. That's fair. I'll probably have to end up doing the same. But it's also just a situation where, like, I really... Because Cameron Monaghan is in it. Love him. Greta Lee? I think that's her name, right? Greta Lee? Whoops. Yeah, Greta Lee is in it. Big fan of her. I mean, Nine Inch Nails is doing the score. Visually, it looks great. Yeah, I mean, the trailer looks really good. Evan Peters is in it. Jeff Bridges is back. Gillian Anderson is in it. Like, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. And then it stars Jared Leto, and you're kind of like, damn. So when Jared Leto says it's Tron time, it'll be hilarious. That is true. That is true. See for Pirates of the Caribbean 6 with Johnny. I don't think that'll be announced. I would love for it to be announced, though. I don't think it will be. But that'd be great. Tokyo Marvel shows announced. Opposite. Only Marvel movies. This seems to be a movie place. A movie panel, I think. Not shows. No Marvel stuff yet. No Marvel stuff yet. It's Tron and Sign, baby. For real, for real. Hope for a sneak peek of Lilo and Stitch 2. I don't think... If you're talking about live action Lilo and Stitch 2, I don't think it'd be a sneak peek at all. If anything, just an announcement. Wild prediction, Men in Black 5 or remaster. Do they own the Men in Black franchise now? I thought that was Universal. The panel is an hour and 15 minutes long, so it'll go until about 10:30. Maybe a little later, depending on when if they started a little later. But about 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So another, 40 minutes or so. I'd love to see Mirage return to Incredibles 3. Rest in peace, Elizabeth Pena. I didn't realize the voice actress passed away. I think for that reason, I wouldn't want Mirage to return, honestly. But I also don't know where she... I don't know how she would return, because she was really tied to Syndrome, and she wasn't in Incredibles 2, so... The video game, security sitting next to them, forcing to cover up during clips, or had to leave and pay fine. That's fair. Tron Ares is coming 10 days before your birthday, which is on October 20th. Nice, dude. Happy early birthday. What Marvel news are you guys expecting? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am expecting... I'm expecting them to say Doomsday is going well. I'm expecting maybe some new cast confirmations for Doomsday, and maybe the official confirmation announcement of the movie coming out early 2027. That's about it. Yeah, I'm not expecting Vision Quest, Zombies, Wonder Man, or Daredevil Season 2 at all, because this is a movie panel. Not a TV panel, as far as I'm aware. Marvel always lets us know a minimum of 10 movies plus, so all we have currently is Spider, Doom, Secret Wars needed to announce that production will begin for stuff. No, that's not true, actually. They're taking a step back from stuff. They also don't need to announce anything post Secret Wars until post Secret Wars or the Comic-Con in 2027, right before Secret Wars. We know they're making X-Men. We know they're doing Black Panther 3. Those are likely two of the movies coming out soon after Secret Wars. They can wait a little bit before announcing post-Secret Wars stuff. They also don't want to announce stuff that comes out after Secret Wars, besides X-Men and whatnot, until after Secret Wars, because they don't want to spoil kind of what happens. Same thing with Endgame. There was a big Comic-Con after Endgame that they didn't announce anything beforehand because they don't want to spoil what happened necessarily. Don't expect much from Marvel because they don't have a film coming out that's not from Sony until late next year, so maybe some cast stuff. Outside of that, I'd be shocked. Your thoughts mirror mine exactly, Darkness. You could not have said it better myself. There probably will be something from Marvel, but nothing huge. Will Kevin Feige be there? It's a good question. Maybe. What he's hoping for? I am hoping for Pirate 6. I'm hoping for some Marvel stuff. I'm hoping for some Marvel stuff. I'm hoping for a Mandalorian and Grogu trailer to the public. What else am I hoping for? That's about it, honestly. I don't know if there's much more that I need. Marvel allowed me to know trailers has a teaser and it comes out in a few weeks. Yeah, I mean you're totally right. So I think it definitely comes out soon. Okay, maybe I found a new old tweet deck. Okay, all right. Let me see here. Let me see. Maybe not. It's totally possible this doesn't work, but we're gonna try it anyway. Marvel right now, you hear the music? Okay, all right. I'll try to get this situated quick then. Okay. So there's that. All right, let's see. Oh my goat. Hold up, guys. Hold up, guys. Hold up, guys. We got it. We got it. We're back. We are so back. We are so back. Give me the shortest of seconds as I pull up this account here. Oh, this is fire. Hopefully I don't get hacked. I think it's public code though, so or whatever that term is when like code is public. We are so back. All right, give me 1 second as I switch this over. The only issue from this possibly is going to be the amount of tweets is too much, and I get, you know that Twitter now has that thing where it limits how many tweets you can see in a day. That being said, though, I think I have a second spare Twitter account that I can pull up. All right. Yep, we got an update from Paul Rudd. We just got a picture from Paul Rudd and the Rooster Bros at on set. Nothing big yet, so no worries. You're not missing anything. this. Don't worry, guys. We're back. We are so back. I know I said that twice already, but it's true. I got TweetDeck to work. Don't tell Elon Musk. Oh, yeah. All right, or at least I did, and now it's being weird. Bear with me for 1 second. I literally have it pulled up on my side. All right. Home. Form. Go. There we go. There's some dead space, but that's okay. And if I pull up this, oh, it's beautiful. You're as beautiful as the day I lost you. It should auto update. It should auto refresh. Right, let me just bring it below my avatar. So you can see everything still. Yeah. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're so back. Look at that. Oh, look at that beauty. It's like they never left. It's like they never left. Oh, maybe I was perhaps wrong. Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy is a Disney Plus thing, so maybe I was wrong about it just being films. Maybe I was mistaken. Oh. My thing just... We're back. We're back. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. All right. All right. Ryan Reynolds confirmed. Is he confirmed? There wasn't an update about that from here, but maybe it was just... Let me do a double check here of the if there's any other Twitter accounts that I'm missing. Oh yeah, okay. So the only Marvel thing it seems was this picture right here. Just on the set of Doomsday, which your brother said that's the biggest film they've ever done, and that's it. Okay. All right, we are back. All right, let me go back up to the chat now, so I don't skip any of you guys by accident. Words that will hurt me. Footage exclusively shown for attendees for Marvel announcements. Oh, dude, yeah, I feel you, man. I've been dealing with that for 6 years now. I feel you, man. I feel you. And what's even worse for me is Star Wars Celebration. That they don't live stream the big panel anymore at Star Wars Celebration, because they used to. They used to. Back in the day, Star Wars Celebration weekend was, I mean, it's still peak, but it was even more peak because the big panels were live streamed, man. They were live streamed. The Last Jedi panel was live streamed. The Rise of Skywalker panel was live streamed. Oh, it was beautiful. It was peak. Great time. What do you think about Eternals? I thought it was fine. Should have been a show. Not the worst thing in the world, but it's just fine. I have no interest in rewatching it. I'll rewatch it when I do my full MCU rewatch before Doomsday, but that's it. I have no big feelings about it. I can see some TV announcements for Marvel stuff like Wonder Man, Marvel Zombies, maybe some Daredevil warning in Season 2. You know, they might have just skipped over... They might have just done this for Marvel, and that's it. And that, you know, that's what I was saying I was expecting, so... Literally might have just been what I said, that Russo Brothers show of like, yep, going well, and that's it. Although they are talking with Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. I believe that's something for Disney Plus. Maybe they go back to Marvel and give an update there. But also remember that in a month and a half, we have a full Marvel Television and Marvel Animation panel from New York Comic-Con. I'll be doing a live stream from that. That's Saturday, October 11th. So they might also want to save that stuff for that panel instead. Eternals has cool action and looked really good quality-wise, but the story-wise was lacking severely, and some of the characters were just not it. Yeah, there was too many characters to get attached to that I didn't get attached to any. Anyway, BDX droids help introduce the Mandalorian and Grogu, introducing a clip. Nice. Yeah, so I'm going to say that's it for Marvel. But I'm going to still stream throughout the entirety of the panel. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, there's been sightings of them filming, and his 100th anniversary is in 2027, so they have to announce something soonish. Really? I didn't realize there were sightings of them filming. Interesting. Will there be a Marvel film in July 2027? I think there's still a release date scheduled for it, right? Maybe. But here's the thing. Even if there is, they don't have to announce it until next year at Comic-Con. Like, they could wait until Comic-Con next year to announce it. So, yeah. Also, I just want to shout out, there is currently 155 people in this stream, and I've gained about 20 subs this stream. I just want to say thank you. That's absolutely crazy. Was not expecting that at all. Thank you very much for everyone tuning in and supporting. I appreciate it. I like Muppet Avatar, very creative face cam. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm currently working on a slightly different looking avatar purely because this current one put way too much stress on my computer while animating the videos, causing the videos to not be in sync with the animation to not be in sync with the audio. So I have to rebuild the avatar from scratch to make it lower, not as strenuous on my computer. So in the future, there will be a slightly different looking avatar, and I'm working on videos. I just have to make the 3D model first before I can animate. But I am working on stuff, and once that's all good, videos will drop weekly. And they are so slow, though. There was a rumor that Tron Ares gets a final trailer this week. So pumped, yeah. I mean, like I said, it looks good. I want to be excited for it. I really do. I hope we get the live-action Atlantis: The Last Empire at some point. That would be sick. I hear it's a great movie. I have not seen the animation movie, but I hear it's great. I know there's a fan base for it. And maybe it's about Disney Animation Studios. No, I don't think there's been anything about purely Disney Animation Studios movies. There's Pixar. We got some little Hopper stuff and some Toy Story 5 stuff. Pixar, then Tron Ares. Quick update on Doomsday, just saying that they're filming, it's going well. Clip update from Rebuild the Galaxy, Mandalorian and Grogu, and that's it. Mando and Grogu trailer to the public would be unlikely until near the end of the year, since its release is in May 2026. About 5 to 7 months is fairly common for teasers on the big screen. Oh no, I agree with you 100%. I was not expecting a Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I was just more hoping for it. Russo Brothers are not there. They're just there's a quick little Russo Brothers video. I mean, I'll refresh this, but it refreshes on its own. Thoughts on the Doomsday cast so far? It's good. I'm excited for it. I think there's still more casting to come, but like, even if, let's say, the other cast members that we pretty much know are in it, like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Deadpool, like, even if they weren't in the movie, it'd still be a really good cast, a really exciting cast. I'm looking forward to it. No Frozen updates yet. However, there's still about 20 minutes of the panel left for there to be one. Just saw a tweet from Cosmic Marvel on Twitter saying Eldon Henson will return as Foggy for Daredevil Warning in Season 2. Yes, that was confirmed, actually, but by the head of Marvel Television when the first episode aired, that Eldon Henson and Deborah Ann Wall would be in Season 2. How is Foggy in Season 2? That he wouldn't say. So, could be flashbacks, could be still alive, could be both. Who knows? Oh man, how I missed 2015 to 2018 Star Wars Celebration era. Me too, man. Me too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Star Wars Celebration is still good. Like, I still watch every single Star Wars Celebration live stream. All 4 days, I watch them all the way through. Not in one sitting, but I still watch them all the way through. And it's still really hype and really exciting. But, yeah. They were back in the day, man. It was even better. It was even better. Yeah, I think people on X are definitely lying because I'm looking at like all the trustworthy news accounts and there's been nothing about the rest of the Marvel stuff that you guys are saying. Like, I'll keep looking for some stuff, but I don't see anything. Frozen 3 updates? Not yet. No Frozen 3 updates yet. I'll refresh the level like you said. It automatically refreshes on its own. Search up Jason's Journey D23 for the Marvel stuff. All right, I'm going to do it on my other screen first. Yeah, I don't see anything on Twitter with that search. Now an Avatar Fire and Ash update, including the trailer. Cool. Some people are saying there's footage from Doomsday. I mean, if what are what's the account? I'll look it up. Favorite Marvel character is Cyclops. Speaking of Atlantis, the Lost Empire, that will actually be celebrating its 25th anniversary next year in June. Oh, nice. Nice. Whereas the Walt Disney Animation Studios, man, they're being slow. I mean, it could just be at the end. It's an hour and 50-minute panel. This is typically the speed that panels go. This isn't out of the ordinary. I am Groot. I am Groot indeed. Thoughts on Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. Captain America 4, I thought the first half was pretty good. Second half is where it lost me. Overall, fine movie. Not the worst thing in the world. But nowhere about the middle of the pack, maybe a little below middle of the pack for MCU, but not the worst thing in the world. Thunderbolts, loved. Absolutely loved. It is... I have it on DVD. It's also on Disney Plus. It has been killing me that I'm waiting to rewatch Thunderbolts until Superman comes out on DVD because I want to do a double feature. But it is the hardest thing in the world for me right now to not watch Thunderbolts again. Love Thunderbolts. I'm the second favorite movie of the year after Superman. And I really liked Fantastic Four. I thought it was really good. It was exactly what I expected it to be, and that's not a bad thing. Toy Story 5 trailer is leaked. There you guys go. If you want to watch a Toy Story 5 trailer, you can look it up. Apparently it's leaked. I will not be showing it here because that is just running into copyright issues. There's brothers say that Avengers Doomsday is the biggest movie they've ever done. Makes sense. Veronica, hi, love the stream. What do you think the most underrated MCU film there is? Ooh, the most underrated MCU film. Interesting. I will say, I think the most underrated MCU film most underrated, I think, is Ant-Man. The first Ant-Man movie. I think that movie is really good. So right now it seems that Walt Disney Studios, it seems like they're going back and forth because they did Tron, and then they went to Marvel for a quick second just to say that Doomsday filming is going good. Then they did some Star Wars real quick, and now they're at Avatar. So maybe there's still some more live action Disney to go, and then they'll finish up at Disney Animation, Walt Disney Studios Animation. Marvel updates. right, let's see. The thing is that if they're the only ones saying it, then that's an issue. Marvel updates. So many Marvel updates. And Marvel update said footage from Avengers Doomsday is now being shown at D23, but there's no description of said footage. They're just talking about. They just posted about the. When I see this Ice Age thing here in a second, we'll get to that in a second. I'll check this Marvel updates thing real quick. Yeah, I don't think there was actually anything from Doomsday. I think it was just that video of the Russo brothers talking on the set. That's it. So Ice Age Boiling Point was just announced at Destination D23, coming to theaters on February 5th, 2027. The newest adventure takes the herd to visit never before seen corners of the treacherous lost world. Let me switch my audio to my headphones. Okay. Oh, the music was pretty loud this whole time. Unless it wasn't on you guys. I hope the music was good. I apologize if it wasn't. Maybe you guys didn't even hear it. Okay. So let me just make sure the audio is the right place. And we'll play this. Okay. Ice Age Boiling Point, February 2027. Neat. I don't think I've seen the last Ice Age movie, but still neat. Marvel's worst films are Thor 4, Doctor Strange 2, and Ant-Man 3. I like all those films, if I'm being honest. I think their worst films are Incredible Hulk, Thor. Yeah, those Incredible Hulk's the only one that I actively disliked. All the other ones I've liked to some degree. I love Thor 4. Hot take, don't care. Love Thor 4. I'm a big rom-com guy. I think it balanced the romance and the drama scenes really well. Really, really well, actually. I love Thor 4. Doctor Strange 2, I thought was really fun. I didn't have the crazy expectations for multiverse cameos in it, so I really enjoyed it. I watched it again since then, enjoyed it again. Ant-Man 3 I've only watched once, but I remember thinking it was a fun time. I had a good time with it. Not gonna lie, when I saw the Doomsday cast in Captain America, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Thor, Ant-Man and Shuri were obvious, but Loki and the X-Men cast would shock you. Yeah, that was great. Those announcements were so great. The Loki one, oof. The Channing Tatum one especially, oof, so good. You found an audio clip from Loki talking teaser? Interesting. There's a 1 minute 50-second audio clip of the footage shown from Doomsday. Oh, interesting. Isn't Journey stream on YouTube leaked everything, bro? Well, maybe. I mean, I've looked up a bunch of different Twitter accounts here that are actually at the panel, and there hasn't been anything talking about any of that. Like I said, I can't pull up that stream for copyright reasons. I would risk taking down my channel, but oh, one is that. Might not be what's happening right now. I'm just looking at any other accounts to see if there's any other news. Diary of a Kid: The Last Straw, coming to Disney Plus December 5th. I have not watched any of these Diary of a Kid movies. Has anyone? Are these movies good? Guess I'm kind of a purist of the original live action ones. Okay. Yeah, so someone who's actually there said no footage from Avengers Doomsday was shown at Destination D23. So I'm actually gonna pull up this account as well. I'm gonna move this over here. And we'll remove this one. Okay. So Ice Age got moved out of the Doomsday slot, but that was expected after the news of Doomsday moving to December. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Now, I mean, now there's still the game of chicken between Doomsday and Dune 3. Is anyone going to move? You know what's going to happen. Also, Jared Bush has arrived for Walt Disney Animation Studios. Probably this is the last part of the panel, with about 9 minutes left. Makes sense that they would say that for last, I think. Yvette Nicole Brown will play 2 roles in Zootopia 2. The something. Baroness, maybe? And EMT Otter. Every kid with new clip on Disney Plus. Nice. The Baroness. I get it. I get it. That's clever. That's cute. Y'all's favorite Harry Potter movie? My favorite is Deathly Hallows Part 2 with Half-Blood Prince being a close second. CGI is more closer to the books. Okay. CGI is there because yeah, I got you, Disney guy. Yeah, I mean it looks visually like the books. I don't know. I don't think I can watch a Diary of a Kid movie that isn't those actors playing those roles, you know? No, there was, as far as I can tell, there was no Doomsday footage. The only thing for Doomsday was this video that had the Russo brothers just saying that it's the biggest one they've ever done. And that's it. Okay, to be fair, I was excited for Eternals. I think the problem was mostly the writing, but the top 5 characters that carried the movie, Icarus, Kingo, Phastos, Makari, and Athena. I mean, it was just, there were just so many new characters. Like, the entire movie was new characters that had to balance all these characters being, like, quote-unquote leads, that it did so in a way that I couldn't get attached to any of them. I only really got attached to Phastos because he felt the most human out of all the characters. But I didn't really get attached to any of them. Footage was just mixed old footage. You could hear Mr. Fantastic say that we will protect you line and stuff. Gotcha. Guys, I went to the aftermath after we showed Ice Age 6 name. Can anyone tell what happened? Yeah, so Ice Age 6, well, that's it. And then Diary of a Kid announcement of a new movie, The Last Straw, coming out on December 5th. And then we got Yvette Nicole Brown is playing 2 roles in Zootopia 2, The Baroness and EMT Otter. And now they just announced a new original animated story coming fall 2026 named Hexed. A new world of magic accessible only to those the regular world calls weird. Film will explore a new world from the creative minds of Zootopia and Encanto. Oh, is it 2D animated? That'd be hype. I want 2D animated films again. You know, actually, it seems like they did show something from Predator Badlands, but just new footage, so nothing huge. Yeah, no, the art style looks really cool. I'm down. I'm game. There was no Doomsday footage. No Doomsday footage. What's your thoughts on Agatha all along? Loved it, obviously. I hope the road continues, but I doubt it'll happen. Catherine Hahn, Joe Locke, Aubrey Plaza, and Patti LuPone were amazing in that show. I loved Agatha all along. I thought it was really great. Actually, now that I think about it, probably should give it a rewatch around this time of year, right? Yeah, I really liked it. Zootopia trailer, I think, because this guy's audio only. Well, they moved past Zootopia. I think they did show something for Zootopia, but they have passed Zootopia now. Ice Age 6 sounds nice. I was hoping for something more with Doomsday, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't going to be anything huge from Doomsday, probably. Maybe the cast stuff, but even that was a long shot. They have 2 big conventions between now and the time Doomsday releases, so it makes more sense to spend time then at San Diego Comic-Con next year and D23 Expo next year to talk about Doomsday, rather than here, where there's really nothing huge from anything. I'm glad I got this working. That's dope. I hope this continues to stay working forever, but also at bare minimum for a month and a half when there's the Marvel Television, Marvel Animation panel at New York Comic Con, which I'll be doing a stream for. Oh, what is this? Yeah. Oh, wait, gotta put my headphones on for this one. Cool. Cool. Hex follows a teenage oddball and his mom, who discover his weirdness is actually hidden magic, transporting them to a world where magic can run free. Releasing in theaters fall 2026. Neat. This is better look at the picture, I think. Yeah. Neat. That could be a very visually appealing movie. So the guy showing the Goat Show, I think it's called Goat in Zootopia. The Goat, is that Steph Curry movie, I think? An original movie. Do you think that Loki will be what Molecule Man was to Doctor Doom in Avengers Secret Wars 2020 comic? I think it'll be something similar to that. I think he could also do something maybe where they combine Loki, or would they do something where like he needs Loki and he also needs Sentry maybe to create Battle World or whatnot, or Franklin or something? Is D23 over? Well, D23 is the whole weekend. This panel has about 3 more minutes left. The opening scene, oh, you're right. The opening scene from Zootopia 2 is now being shown at D23. The scene includes Nick and Judy on an undercover mission while Soul Bossa Nova plays. There you go. So something to note as well, talking about now just going to the New York Comic Con panel in about a month and a half. It was just announced the other day that it was originally announced that Charlie Cox and Deborah Ann Woll were going to be at New York Comic Con, but it was also added and announced that Vincent D'Onofrio, Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, and Kristen Ritter, who plays Jessica Jones, are all going to be at New York Comic Con on the same days. They're going to be at New York Comic Con also that Saturday, the same day as the Marvel Television panel. So I wonder, and I saw somewhere that someone said that Finn Jones had scheduling conflicts with New York Comic Con. I wonder if at New York Comic Con, this isn't confirmed, like don't expect this, but I wonder if at that panel they're going to announce the rest of the Defenders showing up in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Perhaps. Who do you think will be the rest of the Avengers Doomsday? Yours is rest of the cast of Avengers: Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Monica Rambeau, America Chavez, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, both Clint and Kate, a Deadpool Wolverine. I think Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Deadpool Wolverine. Miss Marvel, maybe. Clint and Kate, maybe. America Chavez, maybe. I don't know. The champions could go either way. I'm not convinced one way or the other on if they're showing up. Like the first Zootopia movie, I don't remember if I do or not. I don't think I loved it when I saw it in theaters, but I also haven't seen it since then. It's been about 10 years, so we'll see. I gotta give it a rewatch, I think. There's only Zootopia 2 right now, but they're gearing up to switch to something else. Yeah, they probably got one more thing left, which I don't know what it is, what it could be. Because they did Avatar already. No, D23 is not over. D23 lasts the whole weekend. This panel has about probably one more thing left to show. Usually the people in attendance will say the panel's now over. So once that happens is when we know the panel's over. Do you know if DC is coming to New York Comic Con? I want Supergirl trailer now. I don't think there's any DC Studios panels at New York Comic Con, so I don't think that it's going to happen there. Supergirl also doesn't come out until June next year, so that trailer probably isn't going to come until December at the earliest, but probably sometime early 2026. It's possible they have some booth at New York Comic Con. They had a Creature Commandos booth last year, so it's not out of the question for them to have a booth this year. But I don't think there is a. I don't think there's a actual panel for DC. My 3 Doomsday cast members. I have 3. Spidey and Doctor Strange for you are sure bets. Agreed. If not, Doctor Strange, bring in Wong. My out there wild pick is Sean Ashmore, Iceman. Iceman, I think, is a possibility. I think also Halle Berry and Famke Janssen also not been announced. I think it'd be wild if they weren't in it either. Storm and Jean Grey. I think it'd be crazy if they weren't in it. Frozen 3 caster plot. If they want to break the internet, that's out. Oh, that's a good point. They could do something Frozen 3. I forgot about that. You're totally right. Pirates 6. I think they would have done Pirates 6 and they were talking about live action movies. Now it seems like they're finishing with Walt Disney Studios Animation. Getting to see the opening scene of Zootopia 2, a fun high-speed chase scene with lots of great characters. Will there be any more announcements later today or tomorrow? I think there might be one more announcement today at the panel. Tomorrow, I don't think so. I think we might get a Supergirl trailer December, similar to Superman's season trailer. I agree. That's what I'm thinking as well. Patrick Warburton voices Mayor Winddancer in Zootopia 2. That's the actor. There you go. That's the picture from of the character. Mayor Winddancer. Hopefully get new trailers either today or tomorrow for anything literally. I don't think we will. I don't think we will. I think we'll get a Marvel Zombies trailer probably this week. But or next week. But there's probably one more announcement coming from this panel, maybe. But that's it. Will Chair Watch Part 2 be before or after October? I don't think there will be a Chair Watch Part 2. I think it'll just be, if they do announce any more cast members, they'll just announce more cast members. Who do you think will die during Avengers Doomsday? I think it is Wong, because Strange needs to be supreme and hot take. Spider-Man would die in Avengers Secret Wars for Miles Morales, like the comic. No, I don't think that. I don't think they're going to kill off Peter Parker to Juice Miles. I think they'll have both. Tom Holland's almost definitely getting a full new trilogy at bare minimum. I don't think they have to kill him off. I think you introduce Miles in a later Spider-Man movie and then have Peter Parker retire, or just have Peter Parker still be active in the universe, but just shift focus to Miles. I don't think anyone will die permanently in Doomsday. Thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day, because they got Sadie Sink, Lisa Colon-Zayas, and Termel Tillman, really talented actors, Zendaya and Mark. Yeah, I mean, the actors are great. I had no clue what to think about the movie yet still, because we don't know the plot or the villain or anything. I'm not a big Hulk fan, so that doesn't help my excitement. I'm a huge John Bernthal Punisher fan. He's actually my favorite casting for any comic book character. However, I I about seeing Punisher in a PG-13 movie. So we'll see though. Like I always say, keep all your expectations at the door when you go into a movie or a show, going with an open mind. There's been no trailer yet, no official footage, so I'm excited for it on the basis that it's a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, that John Bernthal is in it, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen in it, but I just got to know. I just got to know what goes on, you know? New look at Zootopia 2. Another new look at Zootopia 2. What is this, Zootopia glazing, bro? Well, Zootopia comes out soon. That's like their next movie coming out. So it makes sense that they would focus majority on it. It comes out in November. So I also want to say that tomorrow I will be doing a live stream to talk about Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 2. So if you guys are interested in that, stay on the lookout on this channel. I'll probably schedule that live stream later today for tomorrow. Probably around 7 p.m. Eastern is when I'll do that live stream. And then, like I said, I'll probably say it one more time before the stream's over, but in a month and a half, on October 11th, I will be doing a live stream exactly like this to cover the Marvel Animation and Marvel Television panel, a purely Marvel panel. So there will definitely be Marvel news there. Any trailers? I don't know, but at least Marvel news for sure there. Nick and Judy will become fugitives in Zootopia 2. Isn't she a cop? They're probably framed for something. Do you think Nick would start dating Judy? I don't know. I'm not in the Zootopia lore fandom, so I don't know. But, like I was saying, I am currently working on rebuilding the 3D model of my avatar, a Muppet avatar thing. Because when I went to animate a video, it was really taxing on my computer. So I am working on videos. I'm not just doing nothing. I am actively working on videos. But I had to rebuild everything from scratch, start from scratch. So it's still gonna be a little bit until I get a video out. But I am working on it, and I'll still be doing these streams. Like I said, I'm doing streams for Marvel Peacemaker. I'll be doing them weekly for Peacemaker. I'll do streams for Marvel Zombies as well when that releases, and then for the New York Comic-Con panel. So this channel is still gonna be very active. I'm still working on stuff. Just stay tuned in the future. Yeah, I will schedule that New York Comic-Con live stream about a month before the actual panel itself. So around September 10th-ish, I'll schedule that live stream so you guys can set your reminder. And I'll also post on my community page about it. But yeah, we got a Marvel panel soon, guys. We got a surprise Marvel panel in about a month and a half. That's really exciting. Thoughts on Superman? Because my God, David Cornsweet, Richard Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult were amazing with the other cast members. Oh, it's peak. So good. So good. Like, I can't think of one bad thing about that movie. I genuinely love Superman so much. And I can't wait to rewatch it when it comes on DVD. Can't wait. Gosh, I hope they don't have them dating. I can see it going either way, honestly. I can see it going either way. I don't care one way or the other. Like I said, I'm not invested in Zootopia at all, so I don't have an opinion. But who do you think will be voicing Finnegan in Zootopia 2 since Tiny Debo Lister died? Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the actor. Did not know that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know who the character is. I couldn't tell you who any character is in the movie other than Nick and Judy, just because of the leads. I know those characters. I don't know the other characters, though. I gotta turn the music back on here for the last couple minutes of the stream. Yeah, so I'll pretty much keep going until one of the people here say that the panel's over, or if there's like, if 10 minutes go by without an update, then it's like, all right, it's probably over. But usually they'll say that panel's over. On to the final announcement? That's a good question. Not sure. Maybe there won't be. Maybe it ends in Zootopia 2. It's 9 minutes after they initially said the panel ends, so who knows? Do you think the Kang plot can be reused? I won't say reused because after Secret Wars, I am assuming they're going to soft reboot the universe. I think they'll just do a new Kang storyline if they want to do Kang again. Lilo and Stitch 2 live action, please. I think they're past live action stuff now. If they were going to announce that or talk about it, they would have done it earlier when they talked about Avatar or Tron. Seems like they're finishing up with Walt Disney animated movies, so either finishing with Zootopia or maybe one final announcement after Zootopia 2. This is exactly what I expected. Yeah, no, I agree. This is exactly what I expected as well. That's what I was saying people should expect from this. Like, I wasn't planning on doing a live stream for this because I didn't expect anything big from Marvel. I put out a community post, and everyone that voted saying they wanted me to do a stream anyway. So that's why I'm doing the stream. So hello to all you guys, all you new guys tuning in to the channel. Welcome. I do Marvel and DC content on this channel, live streams for big events like this, and live streams for shows and movies and videos once I finish making my 3D animated models and everything. So if you're a fan, this is the only time I've asked for this in this whole stream. Only time I'll say this whole stream. All you guys tuning in, if you are new, if you're a fan of the MCU, if you're a fan of the DCU, if you're a fan of Marvel and DC, and want to see more Marvel and DC streams and videos, and just want to be a part of a community online that's non-toxic, not clickbaity, and is civil and respectful of all opinions, then this is the place for you. Feel free to subscribe. Turn the bell notification on so you don't miss any future live streams and videos once I finally get videos going again. But if you don't subscribe, no worries. I appreciate you tuning in here. Yeah. We'll, like I said, we'll continue to stay here until the panel is over. Do you think Kang will be in Doomsday? Maybe like Doom with his team killing the whole council? I think if Kang is in Doomsday, it's only to start off and Doom kills Kang right away. But I also don't think he's in Doomsday at all. I think they just totally act like Kang doesn't exist. You know, they don't bring it up at all. It would be my guess. But what about Moana live action? I mean, if they played an official teaser, it'd be cool. It's possible that they do that. I don't think they will, but it's possible. I don't have Discord. Cool stream just sub. Thank you, Cabbyzilla. Appreciate it. When is the Marvel section going to start? It happened already. The Marvel section was exactly what I said it was going to be. It was just a quick video from the Russo brothers and Paul Rudd saying that Doomsday is their biggest film they ever worked on. I mean, that's it. That was literally it. That's all I expected as well. Okay, let me check some other Twitter accounts just to see if any other accounts have said that was it. Loki Season 2 kind of wrapped up Kang, so that's technically the last of Kang. Yeah, actually, you're totally right. You're totally right. Loki Season 2, so good. Nick, Judy, and Clawhauser take to the stage. Look at that. They're real, guys. They're real. Is there anything about Mando and Grogu? No, nothing really. They just, all they did was, I think, showed a clip to people in attendance. Which makes sense. It doesn't come out until May. Yeah, footage was shown. Mandalorian and Grogu is their biggest adventure yet. And I got a little logo there. That's about it. That was the ending panel wrapped up. Yeah, that's... I've been waiting until it was the official post, but yeah, that seemed like the last thing. Really excited for Benson and Moorhead for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Me too. They're only doing the first 2 episodes, but I think that's fine. Because if they set that tone and set that style, then the following episodes and directors have to follow it. So I'm still really excited for it. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 won't feel like a hodgepodge of prior recent creative team. 100%. And even with that kind of feel with Daredevil Born Again Season 1, it still ended up really freaking good in my opinion. Like, could you tell the seams? Yeah, you totally could see the seams, right? But overall, still really good. But going into Season 2, where it's fully one full creative vision the entire time, that's gonna be so good. It'll be so good. So that's it for the panel. Nothing about Marvel. Nope. Just the update on quick update on Doomsday. So we didn't get anything about the remaining Disney Plus TV shows this year. No, but in a month and a half, on October 11th, there is a New York Comic-Con panel fully dedicated to Marvel shows. It's a Marvel Television and Marvel Animation panel. So there is a full Marvel TV panel in a month and a half at New York Comic-Con, which is where we'll hear about the rest of the Marvel shows for this year. And maybe some for next year. But that is it for this panel. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Like I said, I only did this because you guys wanted me to. So I'll just say it one more time because it's the end of the stream. But thank you everybody for tuning in to the stream. I really appreciate it. Welcome to all the new people here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you stick around. Hope you subscribe for more Marvel and DC videos and streams. If not, nice to see you. Have a good one. I'm doing a live stream tomorrow for Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 2. That stream will be scheduled later today. If you're only a Marvel person, I'll be doing a live stream for Marvel Zombies when that releases, and the big one on October 11th for the Marvel Television and Animation panel at New York Comic-Con. Like I said, I'll schedule that live stream about a month before that panel actually happens, so you guys have enough time to set your reminders. So have a wonderful day, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Be kind, and remember to be punk rock.